Welcome to 7 Minute Cinema, summaries in 7 minutes or less. Today we're recapping one of the greatest movies of all time, The Matrix. So get ready to unplug from reality as you know it, because our timer begins now. We're introduced to Thomas Anderson, a computer hacker who goes by the alias Neo. Some messages appear on his computer screen, telling him that the Matrix has him, and to follow the White Rabbit. He doesn't know what it means, but just moments later some people show up at his door, and one of them has a tattoo of a white rabbit. He follows them to a club where he meets a woman named Trinity. She tells him that he will find the answer to the question he's been asking. What is the Matrix? Next day at work, Neo gets a phone call from a man named Morpheus who warns him that they're coming for you. Neo stands up and sees federal agents in his office. Morpheus tells Neo exactly what he must do to escape, but Neo can't bring himself to climb onto the scaffolding outside his window because he's afraid of falling to his death. So he goes back inside where he's captured and interrogated by the agents. The agents tell Neo that they know he's been in contact with Morpheus. Neo gets sassy with them and just wants his phone call. But suddenly Neo finds that his mouth has been sewn shut. He's restrained and implanted with a scary-looking bug that burrows into his belly button. Neo wakes up in his bed and thinks it was all a bad dream, but soon gets another call from Morpheus. Morpheus tells him that he has spent years looking for him, and that Neo is the one. Neo is picked up by Trinity where his tracker is removed, proving that yesterday's event was real. Neo is taken to Morpheus where he is offered the choice between two pills. If he takes the blue pill, Neo will wake up in his bed and continue to believe whatever he wants. If Neo takes the red pill, he will stay in Wonderland, and Morpheus will show him just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Neo takes the red pill, and the rest is history. Neo is unplugged from the Matrix and wakes up in an alien pod, naked with wires all over his body. As he looks around, he sees countless others exactly like him. He is picked up and brought to Morpheus's ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. Morpheus shows him the truth, that all of mankind is currently enslaved and is being harvested for their energy by a race of machines. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep the humans controlled and to turn them into batteries for the machines. On the Nebuchadnezzar, we meet the team who has been unplugged and is fighting against the machines, and we also learn that there is only one city of free humans left, called Zion. Neo is hooked up to a training program called the Construct, where he is loaded with information such as jujitsu, kung fu, and other fighting techniques. While he is inside any program or inside the Matrix, his physical body stays behind on the ship. It is only his mind that travels into the Matrix or the programs. Morpheus challenges Neo to a fight while all of the other crew members watch. Neo is outmatched and says that Morpheus is too strong and too fast for him, but Morpheus reminds him that they're in a computer program and it has nothing to do with their muscles. Neo must free his mind. As the fight continues, Neo gets faster and faster and manages to land a blow on Morpheus. Morpheus is pleased and takes Neo into the jump program. They land in on a rooftop and Morpheus leaps an impossible distance to the next roof. But Neo doubts himself and falls to the ground on his jump. Neo learns that if he dies in the Matrix, he also dies in real life, because the mind makes it real and the body cannot live without the mind. In the next training program, Neo gets distracted by a woman in a red dress. When he turns around to look at her again, she is turned into an agent with a gun. Morpheus teaches Neo that these agents are sentient programs who can move in and out of anyone who hasn't been unplugged from the Matrix. And he also warns Neo that everyone who has ever fought an agent has died, but notes that the strength and speed of an agent are still limited by the Matrix's rules, so those agents will never be as fast as Neo can be. Neo asks skeptically, "You're telling me I can dodge bullets?" And Morpheus replies, "No, I'm telling you that when you're ready, you won't have to." Back on the Nebuchadnezzar, large squid-like machines called Sentinels periodically attack the ship. The crew is able to disable these machines with an electromagnetic pulse. In the next scene, we see Cypher betray the group, secretly meeting with Agent Smith. Cypher is sick of life on the ship as a rebel. He wants to forget everything and be plugged back into the Matrix, and in exchange, he will hand over Morpheus. The next day, Morpheus takes Neo into the Matrix to see the Oracle, a fortune teller who will tell Neo his prophecy. Cypher secretly drops his cell phone into a trash can for the agents to track their whereabouts. When Neo finally sees the Oracle, she tells him that he is not the one, and also tells him that Morpheus believes Neo is the one so blindly that Morpheus will sacrifice his own life to save Neo's. One of them will die, so Neo will need to make a choice between saving Morpheus's life or his own. As the group leaves the Oracle, Neo has a moment of deja vu where he sees the same black cat walk in front of a doorway twice. Trinity warns him that deja vu is a sign that the Matrix is being manipulated. They realize they've walked into a trap. The phone hardline has been cut, which is what they use to travel in and out of the Matrix. They try to escape by climbing down into the walls, but Cypher sneezes and gives up their position. An agent grabs Neo, and Morpheus sacrifices himself to save Neo. Morpheus is captured as the others escape. Cypher breaks off and is pulled out of the Matrix first. As soon as he returns to his body on the Nebuchadnezzar, he grabs a gun and shoots Tank and Dozer, then kills APOC and Switch. But before he can kill Trinity and Neo, we realize that Tank isn't dead. Tank grabs a gun just in time to kill Cypher and rescue Neo and Trinity. Back in the Matrix, Morpheus is tortured and interrogated by the agents. They want to learn the coordinates of Zion. So back on the ship, Tank decides to kill Morpheus to prevent him from giving up the coordinates of Zion. But Neo stops him and decides he will sacrifice himself to save Morpheus by going back into the Matrix. Trinity goes with him, and together they beat up some guards, steal a helicopter, and fire a Gatling gun at the agents who are torturing Morpheus. Morpheus leaps to the helicopter, but isn't going to make it, so Neo leaps out and grabs him. Morpheus and Neo drop onto a rooftop while the helicopter crashes with Trinity still inside. Neo saves Trinity by holding onto the rope as she leaps out of the helicopter. Morpheus and Trinity exit the Matrix through a payphone, but a homeless man sees them and transforms into an agent just before Neo can leave the Matrix. The phone is shot so he can't get out. At the same time, the Nebuchadnezzar is attacked by Sentinels, but they can't use an EMP while Neo is still in the Matrix, or they won't be able to bring him back out. Back in the Matrix, Neo begins to believe in himself and fights the agent, but the agent gets the upper hand in the fight and Neo is fatally shot. As his body flatlines back on the ship, Trinity whispers in his ear that he can't be dead, because the Oracle once told her that the person she falls in love with would be the one, and she loves Neo. She kisses him and tells him to get up. Miraculously, Neo stands back up. The agents shoot him again, but this time Neo holds up a hand and stops the bullets mid-air. The bullets fall to the ground harmlessly as he picks one out of the air. Neo sees into the Matrix itself, and time slows down. He effortlessly defeats Agent Smith, ultimately leaping inside of him and destroying him. The other agents flee. Neo gets to a phone and returns to the Nebuchadnezzar just in time for them to fire the EMP and destroy the Sentinels attacking the ship. The movie ends with Neo on the phone sending a message into the Matrix before defying gravity and leaping into the air. Thanks for watching 7 Minute Cinema. We're here for you when your memory isn't. If you found this summary helpful or entertaining, please like and subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. And if you found this video to be a waste of time, well, at least it was only 7 minutes of your life. Stay healthy, stay sane, and keep watching.